Hey everybody, thanks for listening to the Workshop Therapy Podcast. I'm your host Andrew, and I'm just hopping on really quick today to let you know I've had a crazy hectic week building a house, doing masters. My wife just finished her master's semester this week. I'm doing a major project this week, and as well as a major project on the house, obviously. So I'm a little bit behind, wasn't able to schedule a guest, and honestly, I need a break. Just tired, worn out. So, short episode today, me complaining about all my business, and maybe a little bit of life advice as well. I was reading an article here, and it talked about the importance of good, better, and best decisions. We often have the opportunity to spend our time doing good things or things that we enjoy, things that we like to do, and that are not bad for us. These are all good things, but there isn't possibly time in your day to do all of the good things that are possible to do. And so sometimes we need to make the choice between doing something good and doing something better. And then, of course, there's lots of better things to do. But as we narrow down our field of focus, often there's only a few best things to do. So before you just randomly say yes to doing something or jumping into a new project or helping somebody out, maybe think about, is this a good decision, a better decision, or the best decision? One of the ways you can do that is by using a bunch of different ways of planning, but one that I really like the idea of, and I'm really not very good at implementing it, to be honest, is a 1-2-3 method. There's a 1-2-3 method for everything, it seems like. But this particular one is, number one, each day, pick one thing that is absolutely critical to do, has to get done. 2 things that it would be nice if they got done, and 3 things that are maintenance items, things that have to get done on a regular basis. So, today, my maintenance item is cutting myself some slack, taking a little bit of a break today. Short episode. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate your support, and promise the next episode will be a little bit longer than this one. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support, especially the patrons. And if you want to join Patreon and give me a little bit of a boost, I'd sure appreciate it. Thank you. So if you found anything from this episode to be helpful and you want to reinforce it for yourself, I'd like to invite you to share it with a friend in the next 24 hours. That'll help reinforce it in your mind, and it'll help those around you, which is always a good thing. So thanks again for listening, and now I'd like to say thank you to all the amazing patrons of the Workshop Therapy Podcast. You guys make the show possible. If you're finding the show helpful and you want to support it, there are a few tiers, including a simple $1 a month option to just say thanks. For $5 a month, you can get access to the patrons only feed that has a pre-show and a post-show, in addition to the regular podcast all in one feed. You all know that the good stuff happens after the official mics are off, right? If you can't support financially, I totally understand, but I'd love it if you left a 5-star review or told a friend about the podcast. If you have any questions or feedback, I'd love to hear that as well. Send it to questions@workshoptherapypodcast.com and I'll get it on the show. I want to say thank you to all the patrons of the Workshop Therapy Podcast, but especially to the founding fathers, and they are Mr. Matthew Serio from Argiano Serio, Mr. Brad Harrison of Brad's Customs, Mr. Keith Drennan of Blackthorn Concepts, Mr. Eric Peterson of Overall Maker Works, Mr. Brandon Millichamp of Tectonic Creations, and the one and only the Grant Alexander. So a special thank you to the founding fathers, and thank you to everybody who supports and shares the Workshop Therapy Podcast.